Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are looking at the 11 best beaches in Toronto. Before we get started, make sure to like the video, subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon. Toronto's beaches are among the best in Ontario. They are easily accessible to all and have plenty of space. You'll have no trouble finding your ideal sand patch. The beaches are enjoyable for people of all ages. On hot summer days, they can be crowded with families, teenagers, and retirees who enjoy the open space. Swimming, playing in the waves, strolling, or simply reading a book in a chair are all activities. Most locations have lifeguards on duty to keep an eye on you. The beaches provide an escape from the city's dense population. The views from here are spectacular, with no view of the other side of the lake. On windy days, you'll be entertained by the antics of kiteboarders or windsurfers racing back and forth offshore at many locations. In most cases, public transportation is adequate. However, if you are driving, keep in mind that parking can be difficult in some areas. Arrive early on hot days. Indeed, many of the beaches are linked by the Great Lakes Waterfront Trail, making it simple to bike or walk between them. All locations have playgrounds, change rooms, washrooms, and concessions. Bring a picnic lunch because most beaches have green space behind them with picnic tables and, in some cases, free barbecues. Find a place to relax by the water with our list of the best beaches in Toronto. Number 1. Woodbine Beach. Woodbine Beach is one of Toronto's best true urban beaches and is easily accessible. This 15.2-acre beach playground has long been a favorite of the younger crowd looking to have a good time. The beach is a long, curving arc of soft sand that is some of the best in the city, backed by a boardwalk and a wooded area. The beach faces east and is protected from strong winds by a large headland on the south side. As a result, the waves are kept small, and the water warms up nicely, a real benefit in chilly Lake Ontario. At the back of the beach, there are extensive volleyball courts with lithe bodies attempting to get that perfect set and spike set up. Pack a picnic lunch or eat at a nearby fast food concession, ice cream truck, or full-service restaurant. Woodbine has plenty of parking, but on hot weekends, the large lots fill up quickly. There are 3 main lots, the largest of which is just off Eastern Avenue. Number 2. Bluffer Beach. Many people consider Bluffer Beach to be Toronto's most beautiful beach, particularly those who live in Scarborough. The beach is lined with beige bluffs with flowering trees at their bases, and Lake Ontario sparkles in the sun. It's difficult to believe that a city of 3 million people exists just behind you. This large beach has some of the softest sand of any Toronto beach and plenty of space for anyone who wants to lie out in the sun and pretend they are in the Caribbean. Lifeguards are on duty and keep a close eye on bathers splashing around in the shallow water. Unlike other beaches in the Toronto area, Bluffer's picnic tables and BBQs are located to the right in a treed green space, rather than at the back of the beach. Beach parking is limited, and the lot closest to the beach fills up quickly. A much larger parking lot, however, is located 1 kilometer away, about a 15-minute walk along a wide, paved trail. Drop your gear and crew at the beach, then draw straws to determine who must park the car and walk back. Number 3. Kew-Balmy Beach. The Kew-Balmy Beach area is in Toronto's appropriately named the Beaches neighborhood. This kilometer-long stretch of sand begins roughly at the historic Lutey Lifesaving Station, built in 1920, and ends at the beautiful Art Deco-inspired R.C. Harris water treatment plant. This beach has a more relaxed atmosphere and a more local vibe. It's less about loud music and more about lying in the sun with a good book. Woodbine Beach, a little further west, has a more lively atmosphere. The sand here is generally coarse, with small pebbles mixed in near the water's edge. The shore is dotted with seawalls that extend into the lake, particularly near the beach's eastern end. The usual beach activities are popular, and the area is ideal for kiteboarding. Kiters will be racing across the waves on days when the wind is blowing from the west, south, or east. A perfect day at Kew-Balmy Beach could look something like this. Arrive early to secure a good parking spot, then walk down the tree-lined streets to the beach, set up your gear, and relax. When you get hungry, head up to Queen Street East and settle into a patio for a long, lingering lunch. Return to the beach and perhaps take a nap in the sun until it's time to go home. Number 4. Centre Island Beach, Toronto Islands. A full-day excursion to the beaches of the Toronto Islands is well worth the effort. Centre Island Beach is the busiest beach and the first one you arrive at if you take the Centre Island Ferry. This stretch of sand is at the end of a 1-kilometre walkway that takes you through a wooded area, across a couple of bridges, and past a lovely set of gardens. Because of the large rock breakwater just offshore, the waters here are calm and warm. It is not the best beach on the island, but it is the most popular and has the most facilities. The view from the beach is the best on the island, with 180-degree vistas stretching out in front of you. It's the most active of the 4 beaches on the Toronto Islands, and it'll be packed with people of all ages on a hot summer weekend. A pier extends from the shoreline and ends with a viewing platform. Number 5. Hanlan's Point Beach, Toronto Islands. This beach, located on the western side of the island, has some of the best sand on the island. The beach's backside is forested, with sand dunes covered in vegetation. A 1-kilometre stretch of Hanlan's Point Beach near the south end is Toronto's only clothing-optional beach. Don't worry, the majority of the beach requires clothing. Because of its proximity to Toronto's island airport, a steady stream of small planes takes off and lands, providing some visual entertainment. Other visual stimuli include kiteboarders at the beach's northwest end. Hanlan's Point Beach is one of the best places on the island to watch the sun set. When leaving Toronto, make sure to take the Hanlan's Point Ferry. It's a smaller and less crowded car ferry. It also travels from east to west across Toronto Harbour, providing a more scenic ride than the Centre Island Ferry. The best part of the beach is about a 15-minute walk from the ferry terminal. Number 6. Wards Island Beach, Toronto Islands. Wards Island Beach, located at the far eastern end of the island, is a pleasant arc of sand with views out towards Cherry Beach on the Toronto Port Lands. This beach has the added benefit of being close to many of the island's best patios, so if you get hungry, it's only a short walk away. The beach is wide, with small trees behind it, but they don't provide much shade, so bring an umbrella. Take a stroll down the long boardwalk on the right side of the beach to break up your day. Number 7. Gibraltar Beach, Toronto Islands. If Centre Island Beach is too much for you, head east to Gibraltar Beach. Gibraltar Beach, one of the island's fewer beaches, has a beautiful stretch of sand and is rarely crowded. The beach is long and broad, with a metal breakwater at its southern end. Large cottonwood trees provide shade behind the beach, an area that is difficult to pass by because it is just so perfect for setting up a beach chair and settling into a good book. Take a short walk back from the beach across the small road to the Gibraltar Point Lighthouse if you need a break from the sun and sand. It was built in 1808 and is said to be haunted. The beach at Gibraltar Point is about a 1-minute walk from the Centre Island Ferry Terminal. Taking the Centre Island Ferry is recommended. The Hanlan's Point Ferry is another option, but it's a longer walk, and you'll probably end up at Hanlan's Point because it's the nicer of the two beaches. Number 8. Rouge Beach. Rouge Beach is located at the southernmost point of Rouge National Urban Park, Canada's newest national park. The Rouge River enters Lake Ontario on the beach's left side, bringing warmer water into the chilly lake. This beach is rarely crowded. If you want to be alone, this is the place to go. The beach is approximately 500 meters long, and a trail runs through the trees along the back of the beach. The marsh off the beach and near the parking area is ideal for wildlife viewing, paddling, or kayaking. The views of Lake Ontario from Rouge Beach to the south and west are stunning, though the Pickering nuclear generating plant to the east is jarring. Number 9. Cherry Beach. Cherry Beach is one of Toronto's most underappreciated beaches. This hidden gem of a beach is located in Toronto's Portlands neighborhood and is wind protected on 3 sides. The beach is divided into 2 sections from the roundabout, east and west of the lifeguard station. Parking is easier on the east side. One of the best features of this beach is the area of the sand. Behind the sand are large mature trees and a grassy area with picnic tables and BBQs. The sand on the beach is relatively coarse, and bathers should be aware that the water drops quite steeply. Number 10. Sunnyside Beach. Sunnyside Beach is actually a series of 4 beaches, 3 of which are named Sunnyside and 1 after Sir Casimir Gzowski. You'll find a narrow stretch of sand backed by a boardwalk, trees, and an open green space with picnic tables at either beach. An offshore breakwater protects the beaches, keeping the water along the shore calm at all times. In addition, the breakwater pens in the lake water, allowing it to warm up in the shallow enclosure. Number 11. Sugar Beach. Sugar Beach, possibly Ontario's only beach where you can't swim, is worth mentioning for its unique vibe. The beach is roughly triangular in shape, with permanent pink sun umbrellas and Muskoka chairs set in some of Ontario's softest sand. Back from the beach, there's a tree-lined promenade and several massive rocks with colorful stripes. This is a great place to hang out with your friends, catch up on the latest gossip, and do some serious people watching while checking out the lively scene. The beach is named Sugar Beach because it is located across from the Redpath Sugar Factory. Thank you for watching the video.